I don't know why Everton are not looking at it.
Forgot to mention Dean Saunders, the Wales job.
Be a new era under him, though, wouldn't it? It would work. Henry says, world-class Ozil. That's his three-word match report. Arsenal fans, by the way, tonight, all over here, are full of praise for today's man of the match, Mesut Ozil, after their 2-0 win at home against Spurs. A lot of them, though, critical that we spoke about Tottenham for so long rather than praising Arsenal. So let's just do that very quickly. Arsenal, brilliant today. You just want to see that more often from them.
Yeah. When you see Arsenal like that, they're a fantastic team to watch. And you pay to watch them play. I think Arsene Wenger gets them playing like that every week. They'll be a force to be reckoned with. That's just the problem.
Time to talk about when your new manager has shocked you. The stories from these three are going to be fun. First of all, let's hear from all of you.
David Wagner hasn't stopped surprising us since the day he walked through the door at Huddersfield Town. His appointment was a surprise. I don't think any of us had ever heard of him. Straight away, it turned aside struggling in the Championship into a team that played like Barcelona overnight.
The thing about Wenger's arrival was Patrick Vieira. I remember the game, we were 1-0 down against Sheffield Wednesday, and then he basically came on for Ray Parlour and ran the game. And I thought, if this is the kind of player Arsene's going to bring in, then I'm very excited.
We were already going down when Rafa Benitez came in, and he just lifted the club. We've seen the carry on from Mike Ashley over the years, Steve McLaren, and when he came in, you just seen everybody have hope.
Pep Guardiola, every time you see a City team sheet, he's normally left a little surprise on there for you somewhere. And even for day one, there were surprises from the start. Moving Joe Hart out of the first team, shifting away from the reliance on Vincent Kompany and Yaya Toure, playing six in midfield. I think as City fans, we've come to learn that Guardiola has always got the sense to mix it up at some point.
It's fair to say that most Stoke fans weren't particularly happy when Mark Hughes was appointed, but we had to eat our words as he abandoned the style of play that Tony Pulis left behind and introduced an attacking, free-flowing style that was very appealing on the eye.
Lots of positivity there. Something slightly less positive. Rob Price has just got in touch on Twitter. Pellegrino has shocked me. I don't know another manager who could get Southampton playing even more boring football than the previous manager. Alan Wynne-Jones says Bob Bradley, say no more, and John Helmsley, Ranieri was the biggest shock for us, and the rest is history. Go on, you've played under a number of managers. What stands out when I talk about a manager shocking you?
Yeah, I mean, before I tell the story, can I just say that Juande Ramos was one of the best managers.
Oh, it's about Juande Ramos.
Yeah, he was a very good manager, by the way. But what really shocked me was that he banned Lucozades from the training ground and completely changed the whole food regime. I mean, no sauces on pastas, no butters, the rest of it. And so the Lucozade out of the dressing room. So one day we turn up and the fitness coach has essentially, he's got potatoes, pasta, ice and water, put it in a blender and then poured it into a cup and then laid them all out for the whole team. So we've all come in at half-time for a drink, and he's like, drink that. And we're saying, you're having a laugh, you know. And anyway, so
how disgusting was it?
It was vile. I mean, it was the whole team stood there at half-time, pinching their noses, pouring it down the throat, and then it tasted that bad that we ended up complaining, and they chucked in a bourbon biscuit to try and make it a bit better. But
did it make it any better?
No, it was still vile.
But he was a good manager.
Well, it actually felt quite fit, to be honest with you, but there's no way I was doing it again. So, but yeah, he was a good manager.
Was it cooked potato? Has to have been.
I don't know, Jake.
Has
it was
to
just
have been
disgusting.
Horrible. Rio, what about you?
Yeah, Capello made a few changes when he was in the England squad. He was I used to have 2 slices of toast every morning, filled up with butter and a cup of tea. I came down to breakfast in the morning and there was no butter on the table, so I'm going to the chef. Where's the butter? Not allowed. Well, how am I going to have my butter with my toast? What's going on? The manager said no, and I said to him, what? He said, he kept saying, why do you need butter? So I ended up having to put olive oil on it, and then brush it on, and then put a bit of salt on it to have a bit of like the butter that I like. So it was just weird. I was sitting there thinking, what is that going to do for my football? Footballers have little things that they do before every games, most of us, that are like superstitions. That was one of mine. I need my butter on my toast.
I was about to say, it sounds to me like little things bother you, whether it's banning your Lucozade or banning your butter.
It messes with your head,
in the grand scheme of things, it's not that important in life, but it seems that it is those little things that... Yeah.
People will think, oh, it's such a little thing, what are you moaning about? No, it's something that's just jogged you off your path that you're on to go and have a good game.
Not having any butter.
And you're thinking, you're doing your laces up thinking, I've not had the butter on my toast. What's going on? And people think you're mental, but you'll be sitting there going crazy, or someone will take your shin pads before a game and messing about, and you've got to wear another pair, and you're going, but they're not the ones I wore last week, 1-3-1.
That definitely
Oh, my God. My luck's gone. We're not going to be able to pass the ball today. The wrong pads. Have you got my pads? Where's my pads?
And I've had no butter on my toast.
Yeah, and that just compounds it. But superstition is a big thing in the game.
What about you, Rob?
Pre-season, Nigel Clough, he introduced swimming. I'm one of the worst swimmers ever. And we used to go to Loughborough in an Olympic-sized pool, and he used to get a brick. And you know when you do like your life-saving
You dive in and get the
school, and
brick.
you have to wear your clothes, you have to get the brick. But we just had our shorts on. He dropped the brick to the bottom. You had to push the brick along the bottom of the water until you get to the end. And I was the worst swimmer there, and it used to take me ages and ages.
Do you not think, though, that sometimes these managers, when they arrive at a club, they just want to do something different, just to make an impact?
We used to play cricket. Nigel Clough used to take us to play cricket. If we were struggling, you know, he'd say, right, today, you go to training, and there'd be a game of cricket, 11v11 cricket. Brilliant. And the lads loved it. Yeah. So you come in, you see the trap laid out, you're thinking, we've lost the game, oh, here we go, we're going to be running.
And
the wickets come out. We're having a game of cricket. Boundaries, yeah. We're having a game of cricket.
It really is the little things in life, isn't it? And very quickly, wasn't it Moyes that banned chips here at United?
Yeah, that was another one.
How much of that? But if you got angry about the butter, what were you like about the chips?
No, I was fuming. I went straight to the chef and demanded, listen, I want a room service. I'm going round the back to make sure I get my chips. But no, there are things that sometimes managers think are doing the right thing, but sometimes can unsettle players, and that was one of them.
All right. Rio likes his food. I think we've learnt that from this story. Right, lots to tell you about, including BT Sport Score next Saturday from 2:45, as always. That one is ahead of the Liverpool-Chelsea game, a huge game, next Saturday evening from 5 o'clock, followed by Premier League tonight. But right now, right here on BT Sport 1, we're going to start the build-up to Frampton against Garcia from Belfast on BT Sport.